MLS highlights 2025, Chicago Fire's record crowd and Seattle Sounders comeback win. The Sounders are far from finished. 2025 was meant to be the year of the Seattle Sounders. With a promising route in the CONCACAF Champions Cup and some smart winter signings, fans were buzzing with excitement, dreaming of a season that would etch itself into the club's rich history. However, as the calendar flipped to April, the reality was starkly different. The Sounders found themselves out of the Continental Championship, having secured only one win in their last 7 league matches. Injuries plagued the squad, turning even the simplest matchups into uphill battles, especially with heavyweights like Atletico Madrid, PSG, and Botafogo looming on the horizon for the Club World Cup this summer. That's why Saturday's hard-fought 1-0 victory over FC Dallas was a breath of fresh air. It wasn't a show-stopping performance, but it was a crucial 3 points earned on the road against a rival. Danny Musovski stepped up as the starting forward after Jordan Morris felt discomfort in training just a day before the match. Musovski made his mark by scoring the winning goal, capitalizing on a rebound after a shot from outside the box hit the post. Winning is an art, and the Sounders have historically been masters of it when it counts. After a disheartening 3-0 loss in San Diego, which marked their 4th consecutive match without a win, doubts crept in about the team's ability to turn things around. "The team never quits," said Sounders manager Brian Schmetzer after the match. With a renewed sense of optimism, the team heads into training this week, especially with new signing Ryan Kent joining the squad ahead of their return to Lumen Field this weekend. Could this be the turning point for the Sounders after all? A much-needed win for Caleb Porter. Caleb Porter was in dire need of a victory this weekend. As the New England Revolution prepared for their road match against Atlanta United, they had managed just 1 win and 1 draw from their first 6 games. This start was a far cry from what Porter envisioned after overseeing a significant roster overhaul, aiming to bounce back from a tough 2024 season that left the Revs near the bottom of the Eastern Conference. With only 37% of their minutes returning from last season, the team was almost entirely new. Despite the challenges, Porter remained confident. "We had good players here. They just weren't the right players. Now, I have the right players. This is my team, and I'm confident in the blueprint I've laid out," he shared with local media. As pressure mounted, Porter introduced a tactical twist in Georgia, switching to a 3-4-1-2 formation for the first time this season. This change allowed his wingbacks to push forward, resulting in the team achieving their second highest expected goals, XG, total of the season in a 1-0 victory. It was the exact outcome Porter needed, and it could signal a new direction for the Revs. Whether this win will spark a turnaround for New England or merely delay the inevitable for Porter remains to be seen, but they now sit 3 points richer in a fiercely competitive Eastern Conference. Questions arise in Philly. Ernst Tanner usually gets it right, but his decision to part ways with Jim Cotton raised eyebrows. Yet, under Bradley Cornell, the Philadelphia Union has quickly developed a high-energy identity, winning 3 straight to kick off 2025. However, the departure of Daniel Gazdag could be a significant test for Tanner's vision. In a recent 1-0 loss to New York City FC, the Union's performance did little to ease the concerns of fans upset about Gazdag's exit. The match was tightly contested, but Philadelphia managed only 1 big chance, a stark contrast to Gazdag's previous contributions. Despite the setback, there's still hope for Philly. They need Ty Baribo to maintain his scoring streak, Quinn Sullivan to prove his recent form is sustainable, and for key players like Indiana Vasiliev and Kai Wagner to find their rhythm. Tanner believes in the changes made, but the true ambition of the Union remains to be seen. Gazdag himself noted he's now playing for a club that is genuinely competing for titles. A historic day in Chicago. The excitement surrounding Lionel Messi was palpable at Soldier Field on Sunday, as the Chicago Fire shattered their all-time attendance record with 62,358 fans in attendance for the match against Inter Miami. This surpassed their previous record of 62,124 set in anticipation of Messi's appearance last October, although he missed the game due to injury. Fans were not disappointed by